We have so many exciting news to talk about in today's video, including another huge leak for Guest 666, news that the JX1 DX1 skin for Noli is returning, as well as some news about the FaceLolz collab, maps in Forsaken being resized and made bigger, news about the exploits that occurred in Forsaken and upcoming hotfix, and just so many more. There's a lot to talk about today, and it's going to be very worth it to watch this video fully. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. First of all, let's begin with Guest 666. The devs recently shared this video in the official Forsaken Discord server. There were 2 clips sent there, and they're very similar to each other. However, before I analyze and talk about the clip, I feel like it's best for you guys to watch it first, so enjoy the video.
Oh my lord, he's gonna pounce on them. Oh my lord, that's so cool.
The clip is very short, and it basically shows Guest 666 using the leap ability in the Pirate Bay map. If we look at the video carefully, we can immediately see that the leap ability for Guest 666 has an arc feature, where depending on the angle your camera is facing, his jumping distance would differ. If we look at the first clip, we can see that the person in the video pointed their camera very high up, and this actually allows Guest 666 to jump incredibly high, vertically, but at a shorter distance. But if we look at the other clip, the camera isn't aimed at a high angle, and this causes Guest 666 to leap at a short height, but at a very long distance. We can also see that the speed varies depending on the angle of the arc, where the higher the arc is, the slower his jump would be. However, the shorter the arc is, the faster he jumps and dashes toward the enemy. In my opinion, this is a super overpowered ability and would be very perfect to counter survivors who are very good at looping. If you are good with aiming, then you can really take advantage of Guest 666's leap ability because of how fast Guest 666 dashes. When using the ability, the devs added a wind-up for the ability in order to tell players if Guest is about to dash, allowing them to prepare and dodge. However, this would also allow Guest users to take their on them. This is because there is a red hitbox trail following Guest 666 when he leaps. This is similar to other killers' dash abilities like Noli's Void Rush and Cool Kid's Walk Speed Override, where there is a red hitbox trail that follows them when they use their dash abilities, indicating that they are going to do heat of other killers. It is also important to note that the clip of Guest 666 that I showed in yesterday's video is now clearly not a killing animation, but is the attack animation where Guest's leap ability hits a survivor because there is a hitbox in the video. I'm sorry that I didn't recognize this one sooner, and I thank you guys for pointing it out in the comments. I really appreciate it. That said, just by judging from his leap ability and how it has a really cool animation coming along with it, I can already tell that Guest 666 would be such a high-quality killer, and I'm very excited about him. Talking about Guest 666, this killer has recently forced the developers to resize pretty much all the maps in the game and make them bigger than they already are. This is mostly due to Guest's leap ability, and the devs wanted to make sure that the ability is usable in the game, and so that we can easily maneuver with it. I also think that the devs had to resize the map because of how big Guest 666 is, and could therefore get easily stuck in between objects like rocks or doors. Moving on, let's talk about JX1 DX1 and the FaceLolz collab. Recently, a brand new render for the JX1 DX1 Noli skin was shown. Nothing much changed except for the fact that the new render now features the skin using a crown, and the devs overall made it look a lot more realistic and less cartoony than the older render. Apart from that, an audio file and this image of an apple were also leaked by the devs. The apple image seems to be a reference to the apple that the JX1 DX1 skin is holding. The audio file is based because of X1 instead of any might be coming back. As of right now, this seems to be the case. A lot of people online thought the same thing as I did with the audio file, the sudden leaks, as well as the new renders, and Forsaken News on Twitter also explicitly said that the JX1 DX1 skin for Noli is coming to Forsaken soon. With all of this in mind, it really looks like this skin is going to come back to Forsaken, and I'm almost certain that this news would make a lot of Noli mains out there incredibly excited. Because of how the JX make a lot of Noli mains out there, and I'm almost certain that...
Okay, so I think he was trying to go for Mafioso, but he was a little bit too early. Like, bro, that is closer. The minion's closer than Mafioso, bro. What is the guy doing, bro?
Excited. Because of how the JX1 DX1 skin for Noli was teased and is somewhat confirmed to be coming into the game, I have a feeling that other FaceLulz collab skins might also return to Forsaken. This is because there have been so many leaks and teasers about the FaceLulz collab skins recently, such as this image which basically features Noob using the FaceLulz Roblox avatar as a skin, Hitoko, and many other devs teasing us about the Did You Miss Me audio file, and many more. There is also this unused Aubrey render that Rocky showed on Twitter. Another example of when a FaceLulz collab is being talked about from a developer. However, this tweet sent by Rocky in particular is pretty interesting. Because of how Rocky sent a render for Aubrey that is no longer being used, and how he had to wait for confirmation to actually send it, it makes me feel like there is something going on behind the scenes, and that there's more to it. The way Rocky said that the render is, quote, no information but some actually being made for Rocky to the gab is that I'm almost certain is coming back is the JX1 DX1 skin for Noli, and as for the Lulz collab, might indeed be returning to the game. Let's all hope. Isaac, pretty important announcement, this long message in the official Forsaken Disney social media.
Wow, don't ship our characters. Okay,
there is do anything that breaks these rules. Finally, to end the FaceLulz collab part of this video, I forgot to mention that there is a brand new UGC made for the J. Click there is in the second floor of the Forsaken lobby. It's basically an NPC that talks about the Innovation Awards when you interact with it. It's a limited time NPC and will probably go away once the RIA event for Roblox has out. Finally, to end the video, the devs said that they will be doing a patch out yet. So do be in the lookout for this one.